Well, here we are. Another fabulous fine day. A little drizzly. This is what I anticipate to see about 6 p.m. in Chicago. If I do make the decision to go ahead and go. This rain is heading north of Chicago by about 20 miles. So I am anticipating taking a gamble, which my buddy Joe taught me about. Just go ahead, go. It's probably not going to be raining by the time you get there. And if it is, just turn around and go back. Or wait. At this point, the only thing I have to do is make balloons. So if I get to make balloons, that's fine. I just don't know how much it's going to cost to get there on the train and back. Down to $20. Half a tank of fuel. Oh my god, that sounds like the Blues Brothers. Maybe it's good that I missed this train by about 5 minutes. So far it's been raining here 3 minutes, and that was the worst of it that just went by. So I'm gonna wait till the last minute. If this doesn't get any worse than this, and then it goes back to where it was before. Hilarious. Save your money for a rainy day is what Grandma said. Well, if I have to go to a soup kitchen, I will. Hopefully this is not it. Hopefully this is all there is, and then there's no rain all weekend. I could stand this Blues Wednesday. Do I want to? No, I want this to be the first good day of Chicago work. So it's actually a moderate amount of rain. You can see there in the puddles. In the puddles. Yeah, it's not really that bad rain. Would I want to walk anywhere for a distance without an umbrella? Probably not. You can see the little downspout over there. Yeah, it's not spouting an unusually large amount of water out. If it stays like this for 20 or 30 minutes or less, I'm going to go to Chicago. If not, that makes it look really bad with that angle right there. And it's not. That's just stuff coming off the building here. Just a little drizzle. Oh, hey, I saw that earlier. Clown cab. I don't know if that guy's really funny. So yeah. We're just going to play the waiting game here. If it's like this or less at 3:15, I'm going to go ahead and go. And this will probably catch up to me about 5:30. And I'll probably get this again to like 6:30. Got a really late start today. Needed to clean up my truck and arrange balloons, take a shower. Alright, so now it's dying down again. It's a very light drizzle. if it's like this for 30 minutes, I'm definitely going to go. If it stops raining altogether, it's definitely go time. So at least I'll get a couple of good hours in the night. Okay, I got a really late start today there, Professor. Um, I wasn't anticipating a few different variables. Dragging ass a little bit. Just really need this to happen today. My next train is at 3:35, and it's 2:50. Got a bag full of balloons and a half tank of gas, and I'm on my way to Chicago. Somehow I feel I should have like a dark suit on when I say that. Another guy next to me with a dark suit on, and we're supposed to meet a band, which is actually a misnomer. The concert they had happened in not Chicago. It was some other town outside Chicago. Yeah, well, you still make money no matter what if you're late. If I'm late, I miss the crowds. But you know, hey, my truck was getting me a mess. I couldn't live with it myself. I at least cleaned the cab up, so passersby can just think it's a work van. And well, it's really none of anybody's business, you know. There she is, right out there. And yeah, people just walk by and think it's a work truck. So, the $20 left after spending $400 on balloons yesterday, $105 for a power supply for my computer, which I really need to start finding festivals and events to go to. It really doesn't work with my phone screen size. And there's a lot of things you really can't do on the phone you can do with the computer as far as that type thing. Screenshots are a lot easier, a lot more permanent. Screen size is important. And looking at the maps. And I can use my phone to pull up the map and see where the event's at the same time. I really need both devices working at the same time. Oh, that's nothing, man. I usually spend like $500 or $600. It's professional working supplies. I have to have it. I have to have an overabundance in case I have huge crowds, because it's never good to sell out of anything, because then you never know how much more you could have made. I would rather, if I were running a food truck, I would rather waste $40 worth of food than to sell out, because then I know that I've made the most effective amount of income. The thing is to plan your wastage so that it is to a minimum, but that you sold the maximum amount possible. So if I had a food truck and I wasted $40 worth of food, I would hope to have made $3,000 that day, you know. And then I would take that $40 worth of food to a homeless shelter the next day and cook for them. That'd be it. Or just carry it over to the next day, you know. But with these balloons, they're good for years. So it's never a bad thing to have too many balloons. I might hit a festival where I would go through 3,000 or 4,000 units in a day. And if I have 7,000 units in arrears, then I'm guaranteed not to go get or run out. And then here's another caveat. What if you plan for an event and something happens to your supplier? What happens? Something tragically happens to your second supplier on top of that. My plan is to never be out and never be beholden to any one supplier that might fuck up my deal. That's why I always, like, the first part of any working season, I'll buy 2 or 3 allotments of $500 to $700 worth of balloons at a time. And I'll keep this bag right here full with about half of those, and I'll keep another part of them at another location, so that if anything happens to this bag, I have another working bag and another working apron that I can work out of. If anything would have happened to this, I wouldn't be dead in the water. I don't like, you know, bad things happening. Okay, so there goes the rain. We're talking about 10 minutes. So you can see right there, and when I say it's gone, you can see it's, yeah, that's not like a light drizzle. That's like pretty much stopped raining. So 10 minutes of rain somewhere in my work day. Anticipated getting to, well, the schedule says 4:45. It's probably going to take me 30 minutes to walk to my spot, which is about 5:30, and another 10 minutes to get out of the train station. So effectively I'll be working at 6 o'clock. If this, yes, this side right here. So that it's approximately 20 miles to Chicago. If it takes an hour for the train to get there, and the clouds appear to be moving at a fairly slow rate, I don't know. I feel a breeze at 10 to 12 miles per hour, and the leaves are rustling at a rate that looks like 5 to 7 miles per hour. I anticipate this storm won't be there, or rain, or whatever you want to call it, until 9 o'clock. By then I'll be more than well done. So it is what it is. Yeah, Professor, I've actually made balloon purchases of like $800. Oh, overall, it's pretty good. I'm getting to the point. There's another van like mine. Well, I've made $1,500 in the 3 weeks I've been here, but I've had some unusual expenses. Fuel is pretty high. I've had to do some driving around. I had to buy a heater buddy, which was $250 altogether. I haven't got my situation set up so I can cook yet. So I've been eating out, and that's been costing me about $300 a week. Times 3, right there's $900. Paid $180 on my phone bill. What else have I paid out? Oh yeah, I bought some shoes. That was $50. I paid for my health club membership. That was $60. Paid for another storage area for some of the stuff that I have in my truck up here, which I'm not going to pay for again. That was $60. I can keep all my stuff in my truck. I've minimized a lot of stuff. And yeah, hopefully this next week or two I can keep my expenses down. I'll buy some wire and hook up my refrigerator hopefully soon. Hopefully by Monday. Hopefully by Monday I'll have a refrigerator hooked up. And I don't know if it's the connections between the batteries and my inverter, but my inverter doesn't seem to be working. It's a 2500 watt inverter. I need that for my microwave. Oh, I already know where a lot of hot spots are here, man. I've been doing this for a good 10 summers. I already know where a lot of them are at. There's just one. My biggest hot spot got dried up. The city government stole the spot because itinerant vendors like me were making a few pennies in front of Navy Pier, And yeah, that really hurt the $10 million a day they make there. Just really greedy, selfish people. The $500 or $600 a day I make are not going to hurt any one of those vendors in there. But that's the city of Chicago. Corruption as usual. I mean, there is a spot where I can work right down the street or right at the corner. And I might go try that out for an hour or two. Right now, my goal is to get enough money to eat for the next 3 days, pay for my parking, and pay for my vehicle insurance, which is $40 this month. It was $48 last month. But I got rid of the commercial part of it because I'm not running any courier work anymore. So it is what it is. I'm going to try to make $150 a day. I need $1,400 just to cover my expenses for the next 60 days. A lot of that is phone bill. Yes, it is still my plan, sir. I have one big event I know can work at coming up pretty soon. It will be July 11th through the 15th, which is a major one, and I want to try to hook up on 3 or 4 other ones between now and then to at least get $7,000 to $1,000 a day over the course of yeah, like $2,500 weekends. On 3 or 4 other occasions between now and then. And then other than that, I'm just really planning on the usual $75 Wednesdays and $300 Fridays, $500 Saturdays, and $300 Saturdays to get me by. And if I did just that, I would still make it for my ice cream truck by the 15th of July, as far as having the necessary funds, and then probably spend another 10 days outfitting the truck and painting, rewiring, and doing whatnot. Okay, so it's 3:02 now, and it's more than the slight drizzle it was before, but not very much.
Your attention, please. A Metra outbound train will be arriving in approximately 6 minutes.
That's where we're going right down to the promised land of Chicago. Approximately 20 miles away.
Will be arriving in approximately 6
You know, here's the thing
minutes.
is, I've actually worked in this kind of stuff. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother the customers. They're not going to ruin their vacation and stop walking around because of that. Now, if it was like, you know, what it was before, yeah, that would be definitely a business killer. Right now, I have nothing to do better in life than to make the money. It's a job, a business. You know, I have to put in the hours just like I was if I were working for somebody else. That's what most people don't understand when they have a business. You can't just really just do whatever you want whenever you want. The marketplace and your economic factors like bills and income determine what you can do that day or not. And then you have God who makes other decisions. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, I'm going to get off of here and play some games. I hope that whatever you're doing and however you're doing it is blissful towards your spirit and your wallet and makes you happy. And yeah, right there, that's already heading north. We're looking in the direction north. That's due east. And yeah, it's heading northeast more than anything, so I'm not really worried too much. And it's already passed anyways. Get money, go, get money. Like, subscribe, and comment.